Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your daily tarot reading. Thank you for joining me for today's reading. I'll be using the Universal Weights deck as well as the Starseed Oracle deck to deliver the message in today's reading. So remember to take what resonates and to leave behind whatever you feel does not from today's reading. So let's find out what energies you will be dealing with on this day. So the first card we have is the Five of Pentacles. So that could be some earth energy that you are dealing with. You could be dealing with a Taurus or a Capricorn or even a Virgo on this day. The next card we have is the Seven of Pentacles, which is more earth energy. And finally, we have the King of Wands. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles. So that is more earth energy coming out. Okay, so with that Six of Pentacles in the reverse, that is a card all about being able to have reciprocal and well-balanced kind of relationships with the people around you. So with it showing up in the reverse, this looks like there might be an imbalance or a perceived imbalance in the relationships that you have. So it is all about kindness in the upright position. So in the reverse, it could be having to go into a state where you are overprotective over your resources that you can share with everybody around you, or somebody else might be very overprotective and almost kind of holding on to their resources and not necessarily in that very generous state with the people around them. And this might be because of that imbalance. There is a need to go into protective mode over the things that you have. And it doesn't have to be in a selfish way. This could be about being very smart with your resources. So because it is in the reverse, it's possible that the reason why it is not a very generous energy is because you might be in a state where it would be smarter, better to hold on to your resources at this time. So that is all about protecting yourself also. And that energy could also be coming towards you. So with the Five of Pentacles, that is a card all about it's about being left out in the cold, being in a state of feeling excluded, having been abandoned. So with that energy, these people feel as if they are being cut off from resources that they have, or that somebody else is giving to them, or that they were getting from a certain source. So it's possible that this can be a perceived energy because also with this card, it is representative of help being present from a higher institution. So from something above you, there is help that is there. But this is also a state that these people are embodying, of feeling as though they can't rely on it, they can't depend on that, and that they are kind of cut off, yes, and they are excluded. And so it's like being left out in the cold. This could mean the ending of some kind of a partnership or a resource or a connection where you were gaining quite a lot of security coming to an end, or changing in dynamic, and that meaning you being left out and having to really find your way again on your own without that support, that security that was coming from this place, or from this other person, or from this connection. With the Seven of Pentacles, that is all about having to work. So with the Seven of Pentacles, this is somebody who is working very hard on something, some kind of a craft, some kind of a pursuit, and wondering if it is enough. So this is an energy of really being doubtful, but also really questioning whether what you are doing is going to be sustainable and enough to sustain you in the long term. So this is a very hard-working kind of energy that is coming through with that Seven of Pentacles. It's a lot of investments of your time, a lot of investments of your resources and your efforts, and then stepping back and wondering if it'll be enough, really questioning if it is what it takes to get you to where you need to be, where you want to be. And so with that Five of Pentacles showing up before the Seven of Pentacles, I'm really seeing you having to being forced into gaining independence in some area of your life, and having to really work on it on your own, or having to use a different route, and you're working on this, and it might be something that is making you really wonder if you're doing it correctly. It might be that you're not getting the feedback at this time, so you are planting the seeds and you are wondering if that seed is going to grow into a plant that's beautiful like you hoped. So that is all about putting in a lot of work into this project, into this thing that you really want. If it is a relationship, it could even be about trying to gain rebalance in a relationship by putting in more effort into it, and really being able to work on yourself with that Five of Pentacles energy. That could be more self driven. It's more revolving. It's more looking at yourself. It's having to gain that independence on yourself, by yourself, and having to work on yourself. And so with the King of Wands energy, that is where the turnaround really comes in, because the King of Wands is somebody who is very confident. This is somebody that can be a really great leader, and is able to really take the lead, and is someone who is very passionate, and someone who is actually really an inspiration to the people around him. With the King of Wands, this is all about being able to have a lot of compassion, a lot of assurance and ability to help the people around you, or being able to work on yourself, and that meaning you showing up as better. So it can be showing that ability to regain balance. So with that Six of Pentacles energy in the reverse, it could be showing some kind of an imbalance, somebody who may be kind of not sharing their resources with you, and that making you kind of come up as this Five of Pentacles to start with, and having to go and find your own way. And it looks like you are able to come out more courageous and even in a better position, because that King of Wands is all about being possibly a authoritative kind of figure. So that could be you showing up as that King of Wands after putting in all of this work. It shows up. It can also show up as somebody else who comes towards you and is able to help you on this day. This is someone who is very much in control. This is someone who is a great leader, is somebody who's very well resourced, and is someone who is very logical and wise. This is somebody who is very compassionate too. Okay, so with that King of Wands energy coming out at the end of this reading, it looks like that hard work that you put in into whatever it is that you are working on, it really pays off. And with that King of Wands, that's showing up as very disciplined, if that is you. Okay, so let's find out what message the Starseed Oracle deck has for you for today. Okay, so the card that we have here is the card called I'm Sorry. It says defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and uprooting. Okay, so this is an energy coming through as somebody who's very apologetic, somebody who is perhaps wanting to make their wrongs right. So this could be the person that is represented by that Six of Pentacles energy in the reverse. This could have been someone who was very selfish or in a very much of a lack mentality, and that is why they may have come across in this way as if they were being kind of selfish as far as the way that they were sharing, they were approaching this connection, and as far as the relationship they had with the resources, and whether or not they were willing to share with you in an equal and balanced way. This is showing up as somebody who may have felt as though they were cornered. This is someone who might have felt like they were protecting themselves and they were doing the best that they could do from the level that they were at in this situation. So it's possible this person may have been going through a rough period, and that is why they felt as if they had to go into this protective overdrive mode as far as their resources are concerned. And that is why they may have been coming up as very unkind, ungenerous, and almost to a point of being greedy or being selfish. This is all about a person being very closed off and this person could have been very closed off and not open and not sharing. This could have been a person who could have been very defensive to a degree where it was uncalled for. This may be because this person was really in a state where they felt like they had to do what they had to do to protect themselves. Perhaps they weren't seeing the situation very clearly and how it was affecting you. And so that I'm sorry card is really showing up as somebody who might be feeling very remorseful for their actions. But it looks like with that King of Wands energy, you may be in a state where you might be off to better things. You may be moving on to something different, something that is more serving, something that feels more fulfilling, and that's not so lonely as shown with that Five of Pentacles energy. It looks like you are able to really regain your strength with that King of Wands energy. It looks like you are able to find something better, or you are able to work on something for yourself and it does better without this other person's help, without the need for the other person to assist you or to provide for you or to even be there for you in this instance. And so this person looks like they are seeing you in that King of Wands energy, and it might be starting to provoke feelings of missing you, feeling remorseful, and really being able to look at themselves and realize where they were wrong. And it's possible that this person might sincerely be feeling very sorry and apologetic for the way they have treated you. So even with the Six of Pentacles energy, it could have been about spending more time in an environment that was not necessarily fair to you, and things being very unfair, and you realizing that you did not need to go through that, and you realizing that you deserve more than something that is so unfair to you. And it could be also putting you in this apologetic state. It's all about being able to uproot, and also the path that you were going on is something that is leveling up. You are leveling up that path, and you are coming to this realization, this epiphany moment, and that could also be what is driving this King of Wands energy in you. And with that Seven of Pentacles, that's all about being able to identify your worth. So with that Six of Pentacles energy in the reverse, this person could have been kind of undervaluing you and not noticing or overlooking your worth. And with that, with you showing up as that King of Wands at the end of this, they may be realizing you were more valuable than they may have given you credit for. And that may be why they are in this apologetic state. They seem like they are remorseful. They seem like they regret the way they have treated you. And that is why they are so sorry. They see you in that King of Wands energy, and they see that they were wrong. And they were wrong in the way they treated you, and in being unfair, and in the selfish unfair kind of dynamic that they allow to exist between you. So it looks like you are upgrading, and it looks like you are able to show up as this King of Wands energy. And so it is up to you whether you are willing to allow this person to come back into your life now that they are very sorry, now that they see you glowing. It looks like you're glowing up, and you're looking very attractive in that King of Wands energy. And that is the kind of energy that can bring a lot of people to you and can attract a lot of connections. You are able to be a leader. You are very courageous, and you're coming out looking very strong with that King of Wands energy, and extremely resilient from this Five of Pentacles energy. So this is very independent energy, and it looks like you may be thriving even without this other person, and that is really causing them to almost kind of miss you and to think more about you. And they look like they are very sorry for the way that they treated you. Okay, so that is all I have for you for today's reading, Sagittarius. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will speak to you in tomorrow's reading. Bye, Sagittarius.